What's up? Okay, we heading home. Just gonna talk a little bit about the week and what I recommend and all that little stuff. I didn't survive my first week in nurse school. Yeah, it was a lot. My recommendations. My recommendation is to study, like, if you study early, like that saying, like I was saying, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. I was dead serious when I said that, because it's like patho is a lot. Patho is like so much reading. It's like the opposite. It's like not the opposite of anatomy, but it's like when everything goes wrong, but it goes in the depth. So if you don't know your anatomy, you're not gonna know no patho. It's like certain times where I got to go back and like look up different anatomy stuff, like to know what was right versus what's wrong, like especially the cells. Like in my anatomy class, we taught nothing about the cells, but when I tell you, when you get into patho, that's like the biggest fucking chapter on there is about all the cell disorders, like cell lysis or dehydration or all the imbalances of the electrolytes. All the electrolyte imbalances, like all that comes into play, where in the first chapter of patho, all of the cancer cells is straight up about cells destruction, or like not cells, sometimes not cell destruction, it's like cell displacement, dysplasia, or is it like atrophy, hypertrophy, metastasizing, like spreading everywhere. It's like a lot of shit in the first chapter. Like I'm only going to talk about week one, about everything, because I feel like in general, I can't really explain patho. Patho, just like I was saying, is just the study of diseases and disorders and how to fix them, because it tells you all that. My tip for y'all, go back and watch a video on cells. Like, if you don't like the organelles of the cell, like the Golgi apparatus, or like the mitochondria, the cell wall, all that shit, go back and look that up. Like, go back and review that, because I'm telling you, when you get into patho, that's like your first chapter. It's going to be all the disorders about the cells. When I tell you how to go back and relearn all that, because it's like, in anatomy, like I told y'all, we did not touch on that at all. Like, I guess they kind of want you to already know that from biology or whatever, but yeah, that was patho. And my assignment this week was about, I had to choose one of the electrolytes and basically talk about the hyper and hypo, and like what are the three main causes. The one I chose was potassium. I personally chose potassium is because I know potassium is very big in the hospital, and it's like very big, like in my hospital, it's a heart hospital. So it's like, it kind of connect towards what I kind of do as a nurse extern. Because, baby, when I tell you everybody on my floor, because I'm going to step down here of the ICU, if y'all don't watch that, go back to that nurse extern video, and I'm going to make an update about that, because I've got to make an update about that. What I'm trying to say, damn, let's just put gas in here. Anyways, the video was about, not the video, basically what I was trying to say is, most of my patients have hypertension or heart failure. Everything got to do like with the blood and heart, that's what they have. And your potassium has to be on an adequate level. Like, it cannot be over 5.0 hyperkalemia, or it cannot be under 3.5 hypokalemia. If that is going to cause like literally death, like literally, if it's like a bad of a disturbance like that, it can cause death. As well as, like, you can't, even if you try to fix it, you can't fix it fast, because if you try to fix it fast, you can kill somebody. Like, you cannot just, my patient is suffering from hypokalemia, let me just inject some IV. Let me just inject some potassium in his IV. One, you can't dilute it or you're gonna kill him. Number two, you can't just push it into them because you're gonna over secrete it, gonna cause them a bigger disturbance. You're gonna death. So that's why I said it's like that's how the patho is. Basically, it's just hyper and hypokalemia. Like that's what I chose. High or low potassium. You gonna have to learn all that stuff. You got to learn all the different. You can't just say high or low potassium. You gotta say hyperkalemia, hypokalemia, or you cannot say sodium. You gotta say what are the highs and lows of sodium. Hypernatremia, hyponatremia. All you gotta know is emia. Emia means blood condition. Hyper and hypo means big or little. And then Ka, Ka is potassium. Na is sodium. Phosphate, pH, that's phosphate. Magnesia, all that stuff. So that's what I recommend to you do for the first week. The first week, 9 times out of 10, y'all gonna be talking about cells and cell disorders. Period. Yeah. Number two is we're gonna talk about intro to nursing. Intro to nursing was something else. Like that, my intro to nursing that I did was way different to the one I did in the previous time. This intro to nursing is like, I like it because it's like all subjects combined in one. It's like you're learning the history of nursing, then you're doing dosage count, easy stuff, and then you're learning like how to become a nurse, like how to become successful in school. It's like an AVID class mixed with history, mixed with math. So I got 80 on my quiz, kind of bombed it, but I didn't read the chapters, so I recommend you read the chapters. That's what I'm gonna do, is read the chapters. Simple. Reading the chapters. Number 3 is physical assessment. I really can't give you an update. I can't really give you an update of physical assessment because the 4th of July we was closed, so I really can't give you anything on that, but I'm gonna go home today and just watch all the videos on physical assessment and stuff, and I kind of like was reading a little bit of the chapters, but physical assessment is physical assessment. It's a head-to-toe assessment. If you don't know how to do it, then watch a video. It's visual. It's like visual, and like I can show y'all like the peer reviews. The peer reviews are basically like our walkthrough of what we have to do and perform on the mannequin or a person. That's basically what it is in a nutshell. That's it. Am I missing anything? Those are 3 main classes. Tips. I recommend you start early. Like I told you, every quarter we have, because our goal in quarters, you have a 2-week break. If I were you, just study on your 2 weeks of break. Period. Oh, I gotta go somewhere, or I gotta do this, or what the fuck? He don't know how to drive. I gotta see him. I got to see this motherfucker. Hold on. Because this motherfucker just swerving and swerving. Crazy weirdo. Sorry. He's just swerving back and forth. That's Florida for you. That's Florida for you. Jesus. Alright, I'm sorry, y'all. Back to my tips. My tips, because I turn in all my stuff in very early, is you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Study on your 2-week break. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you got 2-week breaks, like some people have, like me, like I have 2-week breaks. Study during your intermission to your next class. You have to understand, you're going to be in nursing school for a year. There's no taking no breaks. You can like relax or chill, but it's not like on a 2-week break, I'm going to go on vacation. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just go on vacation and just think, oh, when you get back, everything will be good. Everything's not going to be good because you're going to be so far fucking behind. It's a shame. Like, literally, if me, I'm telling it from my experience, had I did not study patho all throughout the 2-week break that we had and before, I would have been so far behind trying to learn this stuff. And number 2, I work at the front desk as a work study. And I've been doing it for 3 months now. 2-3 months. And I met every girl up there, most everybody up there. I love it up there for now until they aggravate me. And I got so much information. Like, people taking classes ahead of you that could tell you. And there's a lot of people in my class, they failed, but they have to be back in there and they like some miserable baddies. And then you gonna have them bitches in the classroom. Like, cause for instance, my teacher asked a question about, I think rheumatoid arthritis, even though that's not in our chapter yet. That's in module 3. But I knew it because I studied my ass off to the point where I literally know damn near all the diseases and disorders and how it's going to work because I studied over the break. And I said it out loud, you know, when she called on me, because, you know, she know me, I work at the front. My teacher know I work at the front desk, and she know I work at the hospital that they go do clinicals at. So I did it, and then everybody just looked at me crazy, and they ain't want to work with me. And I'm like, y'all need to chill with the shit. All you gotta do is read the fucking book. Read the motherfucking book. Read the fucking book. You will get an A if you read the book. I hate them bitches in class like, I'm not reading it. I don't have time. Bitch, you had time to motherfucking take the TEAS test and get your ass in the nursing school, so you have time to read a fucking book. So how's you gonna pass? Talking about something. I'm gonna do some stuff on nursing. Like, I'm just gonna watch me a couple YouTube videos. And what the fuck is that gonna do? If the damn exam is from the book, the exam questions are from the book, how are you gonna know that? Even if I look some shit up on Google, Google is not always 100% correct on the information that they have on there. The book is right there, and the book is going to be about the exam. That's your big ass hint in the world, is go read the book. People don't want to listen, so I don't care. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your nigga. I'm not your anything. You ain't your man. I ain't nothing. So you do what you want to do. I'm just recommending you guys to read the book. Read the book. It's 40-some pages. I understand. It's a lot of fucking pages to read, but I'd rather, like me, have an A in the class and don't have to focus on, like, not feel like you about to fail because you don't know, versus just reading the book. That's ironic that I see my school damn logo on a damn semi-truck sign, but that's because I'm manifesting. I don't know if it's manifesting or it's just the fact that they promoting. I don't know. That's for patho. For intro nurse, the same thing. Practice your dosage count. Practice like fractions and stuff and dimensional analysis. If you pass chemistry with an A without cheating, then you should be good, because that's basically, it's all chemistry, but it's learning how to do the dimensional analysis. And look at the metric chart and look up like the metric chart stuff, like milliliters to liters, kilograms to grams, and pounds, like all that stuff you need to know. Tablespoons, teaspoons. If you know that from the back of your head, you'll be straight. If not, well, that's some shit you need to be doing over the break. The fuck? Read, bitch. Look at that chart. Like, I hate that they be in class and then they be so miserable in class. The ones that fail be like, oh my God, I failed by point this and that, blah, 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 because of blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, I ain't gonna fail by pointing nothing, so I don't care. To be honest. So, if you just, not trying to be funny, but if you just like ignore all the negativity that go on in the bitch, you won't have to ever have to feel like you're gonna be a part of it. Like, if somebody tell you some negative shit, just don't listen to it. Like, you know, there's people who kind of keep coming up to me talking about how I'm like, I failed it because of this, and they could have gave me this. Well, you should have been borderline failing. Talking about, I say, did you read the book? Did you look at under notes? No. Okay, so why are you telling me about something that you could have did and you didn't do? I ain't read the book. I had to. I was scared. I got scared because of the class. So, y'all know, like, I don't know what to tell you. No, I really don't know what to tell you. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know what to tell you. So, you're just going to be in this class with others, and you're going to be miserable the rest of the class. Like, because you can't move on without passing this class. If not, you're going to have to drop down to the LPN program. So, there's nothing wrong with that. Because the LPN program don't have to tape out, though. So, yeah. And that's intro to nursing. Yeah, just study that. And physical assessment, watch videos. That's probably the only class that you can just visually watch and pass, versus patho. You have to, like, read. You have to know what's going on. You can't explain it without knowing what's going on. And you got to know anatomy. Like, it's like, well, I'm going to give you a prime example. I had to go back to anatomy for, I had to look up what Cushing's syndrome was. I knew what it did in Addison disease because it kind of connected to what I was writing about with the potassium, because of aldosterone levels. I had to go back and reread about those two different diseases that kind of came up in anatomy, even though it's patho, because I kind of literally a little bit forgot, but I just want to make sure, because me, when I write, I want to make sure my stuff is accurate, because I want to be a science guy. So I just want to make sure all my information is correct, valid, and it can get me 100. So yeah, that's basically my week. I'm extremely tired. I've been binge eating a lot. I think I just gained 10 pounds. I went from 200 to like 213. That's 13 when I got on that scale at my job. I'm extremely tired. This week been a blur. I have class Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So my Tuesday class is my patho class. That's from 8 a.m. to, it says 10:50, but let's say 11 o'clock. 4 hours. Then I have my, no, that's 3 hours. That's 3 hours. I'm sorry, 3 hours. I'm so sorry. And then I have my, what's the next class I have? Oh, Wednesday, intro to nursing from 8 to 12. That's 4 hours. Technically 11:50, but 12. And then my Thursday class is the 6-hour one. That's the physical assessment from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. They're tiring. If I were you, get some good night's sleep the night before, because those classes are irritatingly tiring. Like, you're gonna be in there, it feel like it's gonna drag all day long. Like, I'm a sponge. Like, I felt like I was more interested in patho. I was so engaged in learning. But when I got to intro, I was so out of it, because it's like, it was talking about history and Florence Nightingale and all that. I hate history, so I was just like bored. The math section I was a little bit excited about, even though I'm good at math. But then it went back boring again, because we were talking about ethics and all this bullshit. And I was like, oh, Jesus, like, this is like a history class I hate. So that's true when they say that, yeah, that's true when they say that you're gonna like the classes and you're gonna excel to the classes that you like, and you're not going to excel at the ones that you don't like. That's why I got an 80 on my quiz, because like, at least I got an 80 and I didn't read the book. We read them chapters, but now that I read the chapters, I could have got 100. But you know, I need to stop doing that. Like, my man said for week 2, because week 2, our weeks is weird now. Instead of it starting on Mondays, they start on Sundays. So week 2 starts tomorrow. And today is July 7th, I think. Yeah, it's July 7th. Yeah, no, July 6th. I'm sorry, because tomorrow's July 7th. But yeah, that's what I recommend, y'all. I'm tired. That's what I recommend. Like, if I were y'all, just stay on top of all your classes. Don't favor one with the other. Like, I'm favoring patho over the intro and the physical assessment. But when I get home, I'm finna read physical assessment and intro nursing stuff, so I can get all that out the way, because I can't just neglect one class to favor the other one. So yeah, so my goal is on Mondays, I'm gonna study for patho, since my patho class on Tuesday. And when I get out of patho class, I work at the front desk, but I'm gonna be studying intro to nursing stuff for Wednesday. Wednesday is intro to nursing class. At the end of the class, I'm gonna have a free time to study for my physical assessment. And then after my physical assessment class, which is at 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm just gonna get good night rest and get here around like 1 o'clock. And then after that, I'm just going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be working at the front desk, but I'm gonna be, studying for classes. Yeah, so it's an 18, like a 20-minute video about me talking about stuff while I'm driving home. But I'm gonna like give like a good detailed video. Like, I'm gonna show y'all the stuff that I did. I'm not gonna not show y'all. I'm just talking. But yeah, stay strong, because we trying to be nurses. We trying to get careers or whatever, I guess. I'm smarter than y'all think. I just sound lazy, but I'm tired. Yeah, I'm smart. I ain't smart. I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the book, but I'm smart. Like, if I want to, like, I'm on the DNC list right now. I don't think I am gonna be anymore with this class. I got this damn 80 on this quiz that dropped me down to a C, but I can pull it back up. I did my discussions, I did my initial polls, and I did my things. I'm good. My attendance was good. I'm good. I'm excited because it's like I'm in school now, like versus being online all day. I'm like on campus, which I love. Like I feel like a student. Like all the time, I be feeling like I'm like trapped up in my house. Like, but I actually feel like I'm a student, a part of something. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell for any new things because I'm gonna be more consistent. I'm gonna edit this video tomorrow because it's gonna be my Sunday reset and these shoutouts after I get off work. So let's get into it. Peace.